Tired of that crap already. Welcome to The Truth Unmasked Will Set You Free. It isn't a prepared lesson today. This is just going to be a little truth. Let's talk about what's going on in the world today. Let's figure out a few things that are true. Let's figure out some things that aren't. I'm tired of people using the Bible as their defense to do whatever they want to instead of following God's word. Okay? So let's here, just, I don't know, follow along with me. Let's see where this goes today. The other night, I stayed up till about 4 in the morning, and I just started asking questions, writing them down. I started out with, what's the truth? Well, we know from the Bible, God's name is YHWH. You can go down a few hundred rabbit holes trying to figure out the proper spelling, pronunciation, everything like that. Some choose to use a pretty close translation. Others use stuff that doesn't even make sense. Then you start going in deeper and deeper and deeper, and you figure out that some of them are actually other gods, some of them are planets, some of them are stars, some of them are angels, some of them are men. Like, yeah, we got a lot of gods, don't we? Well, let me tell you, the truth is there's one God, okay? If you don't worship that one God, and I'm not going to tell you his name, I can't. It's YHWH. We have Yahuwah, Yahusha, Yahuwah. They have Yahweh. The King James Version puts Jehovah. So then you have Jehovah's Witnesses. I know a good bit about them. I know a good bit about a lot of religions. That's why I made this channel, or why I'm continuing my channel, rather. So, my next question was, how many religions are there? Google told me 4,300. Whoa, 4,300 that all have the truth. That's amazing. Wikipedia states 10,000. Oh, let's just double down. There's 30,000 Christian denominations, with more than 1,200 alone being in the United States. Google, go ask. This isn't Jeremy Bayless telling you. I just asked the questions. Google answered me. If Google's wrong, then go contact Google. Yeah. I'm over this crap. You'll find out why. How many calendars have been used? There have been over 40 developed calendars over the millennia. There's 4 types of calendars: lunisolar, solar, lunar, seasonal. The oldest one being lunar. Nothing like what we use today. The calendar used in days of Yahusha was the Hebrew calendar. It was new moon to new moon. There's debate over whether new moon means when it's completely dark, whether it's a waxing crescent, or a full moon. Go down 30 more rabbit holes. Okay? Stay with me. I'm tired, guys. I'm so tired. It's just so much crap. The Romans, when Jesus, in Yahusha's days, when he walked the earth, when our Christ Messiah walked this earth, there were 2 calendars being used. 2. They had the Hebrew calendar. Told you about that. Then they had the Roman calendar. They were in charge of everything. They had 10 months in their calendar with 8 days per week. Strange. All of their months, let's see, the ones that I could find, January was named after Janus, February after February festival, March was named after, Mars, another god of theirs. They keep trying to go to Mars, Elon Musk. April was April, was a goddess April. May is Maya. June is Juno. July, Julius Caesar. August is Augustus. Then if you look at, that was the Julian calendar. It was 13 days behind our Gregorian calendar. So yeah, our calendar is not even close. Just so y'all know. That's where I'm going with this. All right. Man, that's far enough on that. Go try to figure some of that out. You tell me the answer. There's like 2,000 answers. Well, let's go over this. So I watched a Jewish rabbi, I guess, whatever. I watch all kinds of different people. I take opinions from all over. I think that's the only way to truly figure out a lot of things is to take, be open discussion with people. We're meant to discuss and research and find together, not hold things over people like it's some special gift that they have. There is no man on earth that is ever going to replace what Yahusha already did. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to stumble you. I'm trying to figure out this path, and I'm sharing along with you how many lies there are, because if you don't believe me, then you are not awake, people. You need to go examine yourself, examine your life. Let's talk about unmasking for a minute. Let's talk about unmasking, okay? And maybe I'll find some other stuff. It was just, our calendar's not right. Religions are all over the place. Languages are all over the place. They've changed it. You can look at what's happening today. They're taking away monuments, statues. And then we got religions bowing down to statues, praying to angels, praying to Mary, doing all these things. I'm talking about Roman Catholics specifically. Now, I'm not pointing fingers at you if you are one, but you have to understand that the Bible clearly states, do not worship angels, don't pray to them. Don't pray to humans. They're dead. They're conscious of nothing. I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but the Bible, Jesus even said they're conscious of nothing. They're sleeping. Like they're not floating around watching what you're doing. And I know I'm going to hurt your feelings really bad there. You're going to want to cuss me out, but the truth hurts. Your shepherds have been lying to you. That's bottom line, man. I don't know what else to tell you guys. So, I was born September 16th, 1980, which according to the Jewish calendar is Tishri 6, 5741, okay? Well, on our calendar from September 16th, 1980 to September 16th, 2020, it was 14,610 days. On the Jewish calendar, from Tishri 6 to Tishri 6, it was 14,618 days. So it's 8 days longer on the Jewish calendar than our calendar, not understanding where that's coming in from, other than there's a whole bunch of calendars that are all over the place. So just so you guys know, I did actually see somebody that said something and it made sense. There's 12 months of 30 days, and that would be 360-day Earth cycle, as in a circle. Kind of makes sense. You guys want to talk about it being a big globe? Is it? Maybe it is. Here, look, let's talk about flat Earth for a second. Here's my stance. Whether it's a flat Earth or a globe, it doesn't change my faith. It doesn't change anything. But, and I'm not going to argue about either side. I've looked at all kinds of stuff from both sides. I can show you all kinds of stats from the globe earth that all equal 666. So if you want to go on conspiracy theories, I've got some for you too. I don't care whether it's a globe or a flat earth. Let me tell you why it does matter though, and I think it does. I mean, maybe it doesn't, but think about this for a minute. What does it do if flat earth is real? Like if we're on some type of, not a big ball spinning through space. I'm going to explain what flat earth might be. What the Bible says. It says that the earth was set with a firmament, okay? Separating the waters from above and the waters below. It says that the sun, moon, and stars were set in the firmament. They revolve around us, not us around them, okay? Everything's kind of been twisted, I believe. When you read the Bible, it's simple. Men complicate it. Science is meant to distract you. It's meant to lie with new facts after new facts. If you go look at any scientist, he became famous by proving another scientist wrong. Bottom line. You're proving fact with stuff that isn't fact. You're arguing with things that are of no value. Like, you don't know what's true. You don't know what's a lie. We have fact checkers on Facebook that block everything that makes any sense, but yet they let child pedophilia crap go through. You tell me why that is. Why? You want to save the children? Let's save the children. Let's talk about it for a minute. Why does Blue's Clues have pedophilia signs all in it? Why does the Pope, the Roman Catholic Pope, wear pedophilia signs on his robes? Why does he wear rings? Why does he have statues that are satanic symbols? Y'all tell me that for a minute. Why are there gargoyles? Why is there a gargoyle that looks like Trump? Why is there a coin that the Jews made for the temple that has Cyrus and Trump on it? It's a double-headed coin, like Two-Face kind of. It's kind of weird. We'll see what happens with that. There's a lot going on. There's Israel, UAE peace treaties going on. You do realize that the Bible says that when they declare peace and security, sudden, or peace and safety, however you want to say it, sudden destruction will come upon them. Let it sink in. They're striving for it, and it is a good thing. Every time we have a win for God, praise Yah, absolutely. But you do have to understand that it's all puppets from the same puppet master right now. God allows it, but the devil rules this world. He is walking around like a roaring lion, seeking to devour someone, and that someone could be you, unless you start shaking your tree and wake up, or you're going to have nothing but dead fruit. Those with ears to hear will hear. Those with eyes to see will see, and will understand what I'm saying. If you don't, I'll be happy to study with you. There's so much happening in our world. I'm not here to scare you. There is a good thing. There is a kingdom to come. He tells us about it in Matthew 24:14. Specifically, the good news will be preached through all the inhabited earth, and then the kingdom will come. Actually, and then the end will come. The end is then the introduction of his heavenly kingdom. It'll be a mountain that never goes away. It's going to crush the feet of the statue of Nebuchadnezzar. We are currently in the bronze and clay and iron. We're in the 10 toe era, I believe. Clay and iron don't mix. We have AI coming, getting crazy. We have tattoos that can be used for codes. We have chips that they'll implant in you. Elon Musk is making a brain implant. We have all these things where they're trying to mix clay and iron. We're the clay, understand? We come from the dirt. We're dust. God made us from the dust. He breathed into us, remember? If you believe in him, if you believe in his word, I recommend you start at Genesis 1. It says, in the beginning, and it's going to explain it all for you. If you take it for simple word, it's very simple. If you start twisting it with men's ideas of today, it gets confusing. So I've done something before about Nasa, right? Well, let me talk about Nasa versus Nasha for a minute. You have the Hebrew word Nasa, which means to uplift, and you have the Hebrew word Nasha, one letter different, That means to deceive. Ah, nice. Real close. One letter difference. Means a big difference, doesn't it? To uplift or to deceive. Which one is it? I'm not sure. I do know I'm an artist, and most of the pictures that they've put out of our earth and different things, I can draw those. Just saying. I can paint them. They look very close to that. They use computers. It's even easier. But I can do it by hand. It'd take me a while, but I can do that. Go check out my artwork. That's why this is Tapestry of Truth. They're just a bunch of artists. So, you ever looked at, I don't know, I have hundreds of hours of NASA videos. And whenever you watch them in the space shuttle, it's awesome. I watched them as a kid. I wanted to be an astronaut. Why not? Yeah, that'd be amazing. I was actually a pilot in the Army. I absolutely loved it. One of the most favorite jobs I've ever had. Watch their videos. Why is it that they all sit like they're Pinocchio with their arms? Oh, good to see you guys today. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's just a joke. We have movies that are better than this, guys. If you start looking into NASA, you can find out that any of the space launches, they can't tell the difference between an actual mission and a training mission. Like those sitting and doing it, they can't tell the difference at all, whatsoever. We have satellites all around the earth, but yet they lose communication over the Indian Ocean. Why is that? A lot of questions, isn't there? A lot of truths unanswered. Aliens, they're talking about aliens all over. Dinosaurs, they're talking about dinosaurs. Putting dinosaurs in kids' programs all over the place. Everywhere. Wonder what they're planning. I have an idea. Book of Revelation says a whole lot of stuff. Everybody thinks, it's all metaphorical, but is it? I don't know. You look at some of the descriptions in there, and there's no telling what it could be. We have some wild things coming. I'm going to do a biblical video about the rapture, the taking away of the bride, all the different things. Everybody thinks that we're just caught up in heaven, but it kind of talks about, the woman having the great wings of the great eagle and going to the wilderness. It doesn't say that they're going to heaven. It says that they'll be taken care of. So when we're suffering, and everybody that's following the devil's living large and got their pretty marks and following a satanic cult one way or another, bowing down to him, and the rest of us are in the wilderness starving to death and trying to make it, loving each other. God's going to watch out for us and take care of us for a while. But then they're released and they're going to hunt us. Welcome to truth. Needed a drink. That's how it's going to be. Pretty rough. We're already in tribulation, people. If you look around the world, it's never been clearer. There's tribulation everywhere you look. We have famine, earthquakes, pestilences, COVID-19. It's time to unmask. Have no fear. The Bible tells you 365 times. Have no fear. If you believe in God, you have no fear. The bottom line is, if you fight for your life, it will be taken from you. If you give up your life, He will save it. I went through all those statistics, all those things at the beginning, simply to tell you, I'm going to teach you as much as I can teach you on this channel from this point forward. I'm never going to be quiet with the truth, the cold, hard truth. Stop twisting His words. There's too many preachers that are, let's talk about the house of God for a second. Is it the house of God? They talk about wolves in sheep's clothing. I've always been scared of being one. Everybody always warned me of that. Look at me. Do I look like I have sheep's clothing to you? Come on. If anything, I really hope I'm a sheep in wolves' clothing. And I thought about doing a picture of that, by the way. Might be a new drawing I do at some point. Look at this. You want to judge me? Here. Go no further. No further. Judge me. I'm judged. But if you want to keep listening, I believe I was saved. And you can be too. He says flat out that the greatest in heaven will teach and follow his commandments. What I'm telling you is we don't know when the Sabbath was. We don't know exactly when the feast days were. We can do our absolute best to uphold these, and I think you should. I do. I'm still going to try. But after everything I've found out, it's like believing politics. Not saying don't believe in religion. I'm there with you. I do. I fully believe in Yahushua Christ, his Father Yahuwah. If I'm saying those properly, if I'm not, forgive me, Lord. Okay? I don't pray for you because I think I will pray for you anytime you need. I don't pray on this channel because I'm not a licensed preacher, pastor, whatever. I'm your brother, okay? I'm your brother. I pray every day, all day, in my heart for everyone. I love everyone. I will stand fighting for God by loving everyone until the day I die. I do expect to be mocked. I do expect to be laughed at. I do expect to probably be beaten and possibly killed. And that's okay, because I'll die for God any day of the week. He told his apostles, "You've seen and believed. Blessed is he that has not seen and believes." So keep faith, brothers and sisters. Faith is the only way that we're going to make it. Grace is the only possible way. But we still have to do our utmost to follow all of his commandments. Like there's possibility that Saturday is the Sabbath. There's a possibility that Wednesday is the Sabbath. Wednesday kind of makes sense to me because what better place to stick God's Sabbath than in the middle of the week? Hell, everybody calls it hump day. Hump day! Remember that? Yeah, I do. I said it all the time. Hey, Mike. You remember the commercial? Camels. Hey, Mike. Hump day! You remember? Yeah, come on. I know you do. What better place to put it than in the middle of the week? When you're busting your butt, doing as hard as you can to get through the week, to get over the hump, to get to Friday, get to Saturday, and go worship on Sunday. All right, I'm going to put some photos throughout this video. You got the Pope wearing pedophilia symbols. You got politics hiding pedophilia. You got California on fire right after they pretty much tried to say pedophilia was a religion. Let me tell you some things. God has abominations in the Bible. If you don't like what I'm saying, go look in the mirror. It's not me convicting you. I'm not judging you. Judge me. I don't care. Dang. I have tattoos all over my body. Judge me all you want to. If you start there, you have nothing else to go for. So what does it even matter? You're not the judge of me. I'm not the judge of you. I'm telling you what we're doing is wrong. All my tattoos are wrong. You want me to tell you it's okay to do? No. You want to ask me? You know how many times I've been asked to do tattoos in my life because I'm an artist? You know how much money I would have if I did tattoos? Like ridiculous money. You know why I won't do tattoos? Because they're not right. I did a bunch, but they're still not right. I stopped getting them years ago, and I was like, man, I was so wrong for that. I'm wrong. Admit when you're wrong. When the churches are wrong, do they say they're sorry? No. They say, oh, we got new light. I'm calling somebody out there. You figure it out. It's not new light. It's always been around. Like some people have always known. I'm so disappointed in everything in our world. You have no idea. Like Sometimes this needs to just be truth. So let's go back to flat earth for a second. I know this is all over the place. There's so much. It never ends. Welcome to Alice in Wonderland, which, by the way, is full of child pedophilia crap. Everything is. Wake up. It's from the very top on both sides. Your downfall will be your symbols. Straight up. They'll be set on fire. Yeah. All of the symbols. I've seen pictures of people bowing down to statues. Seeing pictures, people praying with beads. Guys, he says don't do repetitive prayer. Why are you doing repetitive prayer? It doesn't make any sense. Read your Bible. Man, how is it so hard? Why do you get angry when I tell you what the Bible says? You say you believe it. Go read it. That's why he says, I never knew you. Because you don't know anything. I don't know anything. We're all a bunch of fools trying to prove each other wrong over facts that aren't facts. So back to my flat earth. Let's say it is. Who cares if it is or it isn't? Well, here's why it could matter. If it is a flat earth, what happens? Think about it. Everything they have set in place, all the trillions and trillions of dollars that they've used of your money, my money, everybody in the world's money, if it's a nashah, a deceit, instead of nasa, to uplift, what are you going to do about it? Everything will crumble. Everything. Everything is a lie. It's almost like the Matrix. You have a red pill or a blue pill. If you take the blue pill, it'll take you down a rabbit hole. If you take the red pill, you go back into, la la land. Go eat your steak. Or your pork. I'm not a Jew. Maybe I am, I don't know. I hope I'm a child of Abraham. So, flat earth, right? It's funny. I know you're laughing at me. Me too. But what if it is? Then evolution's a lie. Space is a lie. Aliens are a lie. All government parties are a lie because they would all be involved. You want a conspiracy theory? Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right? In 1492. Isn't that what it was? Proved the world was round. Did he? How? So, in theory, and this is someone asked me, and I was like, well, when you look at it, if you had a flatter model, right, with a big dome, look in Simpsons and all these movies, Mockingbird, Mockingjay, all these movies, they have domes in them. What, you think it's not possible? Truman Show, dome. Why all the domes? Why Project Fishbowl? Why all these things? It's just kind of weird. So, rabbit holes, they're everywhere, I'm telling you. Funny that we found out not long ago rabbit was one of the unclean animals. Didn't know that till last week, a couple weeks ago. Unmask. I've seen these things that say on a mask, your voice has power. It doesn't behind the mask. What are you afraid of? This is just me. I'm not going to hurt you. I love you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. The truth is going to hurt you. If it does hurt you, I'm sorry. But it's not me telling you truth. I'm not telling you that flat earth is truth. I'm telling you that if it was, everything else they tell you is a big lie. It's going to come down to the Bible. The Bible is the last word. It is the beginning and the end. The beginning of the Bible will come into play at the end. I kind of feel like the Mosaic Law, the books of Genesis through Deuteronomy, are pretty much probably a survival guide for the most part to the tribulation. You got to remember that there's going to be a lot of beheadings and tribulation saints. So if there's tribulation saints, who are they if they were all taken in the rapture? Who's beheaded? Pastor? Preacher? Pope? Who are they? False doctrines. You're either prepared or you're not. It's going to come down to God's people, God's children, taking out those who need help. All right, so there's just so much. It would take hours to go over everything, one thing at a time. It's your responsibility to find out truth. I can't do it for you. I'll talk. I'll try to show you. You're going to hate me. You're going to yell at me. You're going to bite me. You're going to call me names, spit at me, laugh at me. And I'll cry for you. I'll pray for you. I'll always love you. There's going to be a time soon when God needs good men. Ones that are actually going to stand up and do the right thing for Him. There's been men dragging people to their death. They're calling themselves leaders, shepherds. The Bible talks about a faithful and wise servant in Matthew. Well, it also talks about a faithful and wise servant before that, Joseph. Joseph was the faithful and wise servant who prepared Egypt and the land for what was to come. It was 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph was the faithful and wise servant because he took care of everyone with physical food to endure until the end. We're not promised to be taken off this planet. We're promised that we're going to have incorruptible bodies. It says caught up, caught away. My recommendation is prepare. Don't be afraid, but prepare. You don't know. We see that California is on fire. There's riots all over. The Southeast has hurricanes, tornadoes, everything else going on. We have winter coming soon. We have election coming soon. Everybody's fighting whether they're a Republican or a Democrat. My question to you is, do you understand how voting works? Do you understand that there's 538 electoral votes that select the president that's going to be? Do you understand that that's like a 0.0000163, I think, % chance that your vote even matters? And even if you vote and the popular vote is for one, your state representatives can still choose against you. So there's people fighting and losing family over who's going to be elected, killing, shooting, maiming, hurting, everything, evil, over this fight. of something that you have no control over? Do you understand that God appoints or allows? He appoints power and he removes power. If he wants to allow that person to be there to serve a purpose, then he's going to allow it. And at some point soon, the devil's going to have free reign of a lot of things. And we're in danger. So unless you're securely sealed into God's statutes and feasts and limitations, you're going to have a hard time. I'm still working. Every day. There's a lot to do. Let's train.